Alright, this review is kind of like common sense for anyone who has a cell phone, tablet, even a laptop, camcorder, anything, any portable electronics that charges off a USB. This is 2600 milliamp rechargeable battery pack. As you can check the photo. Now, there are a couple different types of battery packs out there, and this was the first portable battery pack that I purchased and owned. And I got this probably about over a year ago. I don't exactly remember, but I know it has definitely, now I think about it, has definitely been over a year. Now, right off, with anything with batteries, battery packs, etc., something that you really don't know is how long they've been sitting on the shelf. The longer in a lot of them, the battery packs now say right on the box of, okay, the longer it's been sitting on the shelf, the shorter the battery life may be, just from the initial manufacture date till the time you purchase it. But with this one, I've had no problem in the world with it. Right off, I do remember when I purchased it, right off my phone was about dead, so I need to hook it up. I have no idea how much of a charge was left on it, but it took it charged my phone approximately 50% before it died off. Then after I fully charged it, I had my phone down to about 10%, hooked it up, and I couldn't tell you the exact time frames that time frame takes to charge a phone, because normally if I'm charging the phone, I'm also using it at times. So whether it's to do these videos, check things online, etc. So I'm also draining the battery putting the extra strain on the battery through using the phone. Now I do video for youth football, various youth football teams, and indoor and outdoor, and the camcorder battery, depending on if it's cold out, the weather conditions, etc., I have a tendency to kill the battery before the games are over. Now, this is probably the ultimate test of a battery pack, and you really shouldn't do this because of the amount of power that a camcorder does draw. But I have hooked it up to my camcorder while I've been using it, and it has giving me that little extra bit of time to get a little more out of the game before the battery on the camcorder completely dies, or just enough to finish the game. So I wouldn't exactly recommend hooking up to something like a camcorder, but you can use it to get a little bit of a battery boost even on something like a camcorder. I have hooked it up to my tablet. It has worked with giving my tablet a charge. Obviously, the tablet takes longer to charge than a phone, but it's just the three portable electronics that I have a tendency to use, the phone and the tablet on a daily basis, the camcorder on a weekly basis, take a break for a few months and use it again on a weekly basis. I haven't had a problem in the world using this type of battery pack. Now it has three lights on it. Now when you plug it in, it has a mini USB port and a regular USB port that can be flexible for both input and output. And also it has three lights on it. It has two lights on it. One red and green. Now when it's charging, it has the red and green lit up, and when it's fully charged, it does have a flashing red when it's charging, and then the red goes solid when it's fully charged. Again, the length of time that you'll get out of a charge depends on a few factors. Number one, the device that you're using. Number two, excuse me, the device that you're charging. Number two, and then this is the unknown variable. How long before you made the purchase that the portable battery pack or even regular standard batteries have been sitting on the shelf. And number three, if you're using the device while you're charging it. But the 2600 milliamp portable battery pack is definitely something I would recommend. Last minute gift ideas, and throughout the year, I'm actually going to pick up a second one, even though I have a different type of more powerful battery pack. It always helps to have a couple on hand, especially if you're like myself and you have a tendency where you could be out all day using your electronics, tablet, phone, etc. And it's always good to have a couple on hand and fully charged just in case. Or here's something else: if your power goes out, a lot of you can use your cell phone, whether it's a screen or a built-in flashlight app or a flashlight app, to, you know, it's always good to have them on hand and fully charged. So Michael Phoenix, founder and staff of Surreal Vale City Online Magazine, thinks please check out and support the businesses on the Thanks to Sponsors page, because without them nothing could happen, and without you there'd be no point to me doing this. Thanks everybody so much for the support. It means a lot. Later.